Okay, so hello, my name is Dr. Michelle Kelly Baker, and I am in the O 92 program, and so this is my introductory video. So, as the assignment says, we're supposed to give our name, background, experience, school site, and career aspirations, as well as follow up with answering the question. So, like I said, that's my name. I graduated from Southern 2016 with my doctorate in education. At the time, I was not working solely in education. I was working with students, but not pretty much. I was in more or less the criminal justice field. And I was working for a college that actually the Garrett program in Waterbury, and I was stationed in Waterbury High School, working with high school students. So that was pretty much my introductory into education. Although I had, with my previous experience in work, I worked closely with schools, but just not within the school. So currently, though, I do work for the New Haven Public School System. I am the Title IX and Climate Coordinator for the District of New Haven. And so, um, let's see, my career aspirations. The reason why I'm into this program is at some point, because I'm a leader somewhat in the district because I'm responsible for all the schools, the Title IX in the schools. However, I still think that going through the O 92 program, I would be able to gather some insights and be able to help support the principals as well as the central office in what I learned because I haven't had so much hands-on experience within the school. So, getting to the article I thought was a very, very interesting read. There were certain areas, especially considering the fact the job that I have, which is Title IX, is it's really it's a federally funded position, whereas I'm responsible for overseeing the Title IX designees in all the schools of New Haven. If there is any report of sexual harassment, whether it's student on students, a teacher on student, any type of bullying and things of that nature. So there is in working in New Haven where there's predominantly black students, there were a lot of things in this article that, in this research that really, really touched home for me. And so I actually did like a 3 page, but I'm not going to, of course, talk about that. I'm just going to talk about the things that really stood out. Like, because I'm a climate district leader, it's very important that the school understands what type of climate they have. So that part of this research, I was so in tune to. I think it is true that teachers need to have some type of bond with students because if the teachers and the students don't bond, I can't even imagine how there's any education that takes place. I've assistant teachers when I was a climate coach in schools. I had to teach teachers how to properly manage their classrooms, and I noticed that some of the teachers who only thought that they can come in and just teach the class and walk out were not as successful. There was no connection with the kids, and therefore it became to a point where it was like really, really a love-hate relationship. So that part of this study, again, with my type of position, we're doing a lot of racial equity training and professional development in New Haven. So anti-racism and equitable practices is one of the things that we are trying to not only change this culture within the New Haven school system, but we're also having the community members and at some point having students be able to help other students and have courageous conversations about race to the point whereas some people who are not white will be comfortable and understand and then also help us be able to seek the racial equality that we're looking for. So these areas in the study how important it is to be multicultural, or how important it is not to only, a lot of people think multicultural is the one is the happening thing without truly understanding. It's important for school systems to incorporate culture, specifically the cultures of the population that you're teaching. Um, you really need to understand the values, the culture, the traditions, the foods, the language, the dance, the body language. I mean, these are all a part of our identity and what we associate with. And it's very important for our teachers and our students to have that mutual understanding, respect, and tolerance for one another, so that learning can take place. So as you can see, I'm like, there were so many things in this article here that resonated with me. Having being an African American woman myself, having navigated through the public school system, to the point where I now have my doctorate degree. I know that children are resilient, and I know that we can't just label our environment to only say that black and brown children can't survive, and that they're lesser than. Or I just think with a lot of nurturing and a lot of teachers and school leaders and community having that mutual understanding that racial equality and racial equity is important and is essential for all of us to survive. Um, so Lastly, I want to end with the culturally responsive teaching. I wrote about that in my dissertation, so that to me is close to my heart, because I feel that there is a great disconnect if if students are being taught by teachers who are not responsive to their needs. And I don't think a teacher can be responsive to a student's needs if they don't understand the population of which they're working with. So with that being said, I thought this article was a very, very good read. I highlighted a lot of stuff. I hope that at some point we do get a chance to talk about this a little bit more. I know we're going to basically do some discussion writing on that. So I look forward to our conversation, where I guess our next video conversation where we're all on it, so I can meet everyone, and especially my team. So here is a face to the name, but please call me Michelle, and I look forward to our meeting. Thank you.